Hello there, YouTube. I'm going to be showing my Vampire Nightblade build that I use in Elder Scrolls Online. First off, I'll start off with my skills. Assassination for the class. I really don't use much. I got ambushed just for some different build choices I was trying out. Not really for me. To be honest, assassination is useless because of the crit passes being bugged. I don't know if it's visual bug or actual bug to where they don't work, but until that's fixed, I really won't be utilizing anything in the assassination tree besides the ult. The ult's pretty good with a certain set bonus and the passive just increasing ultimate. It's alright, it's decent. So next to the shadow, this is like one of the main things. If you're gonna play like me, you have to have Dark Cloak. This is one of the main skills I will always use. Will never go without it in any build. It's very good. You need it. I go into the remove 4 DOTs, and I mean I could go for the crit. It's not. I mean, it's not bad, it's just I don't really care much for it. I'd rather have the survivability, get hit by a siege engine, pop that, and good to go. Hell, I've hit traps and popped that, saved my life. It's very good. Surprise attack, one of your main dual sword. Well, I use dual weapons, so this will be around dual weapons. When you're using dual weapons and you have this, it's very good initiate, it's very good stun lock, it's very good armor reduction. All around, it's a perfect skill to have. You're gonna love it. Must have. All the passives, every single passive. You want every passive you can get in this game. Just slowly work up to get all these. They're very good. Every one of them's useful. Especially this one. This one's godly. I just become like a tank whenever I have this, and it works in and out of crouch as well. Like, it's not just for shadow abilities. Like, you can crouch, pop out, and you'll have the buff. Unless they fix it, I don't know. It still works for me. Alright, so siphoning. I don't use the ult right now. I used it when I wasn't a vampire, but I'm a vampire now, so I have a way better ult to use. Swallow Soul, it's pretty good for the bow. It's added health regen and an extra DPS. I'll show off that later, but I go towards the more healing morph. It's pretty good. Siphoning attacks, I use this on bow and dual wielding. It's one of the best things to have. Like, it's nearly impossible to run out of magicka and stamina when you have this going and you're constantly attacking. It's just so good. Freaking, especially in PvE. Oh my god. When you're having like fight major mobs or bosses and shit, and you're just running out of everything. You got that, and I'm telling you, it'll last for days. In PvP, it's good enough. But I mean, you'll still run out because some situations you're not able to attack back and you're trying to escape. So, I mean, it's good. I use it. I love it. Get all the passives. Every one of these passives. Alright, let's go into weapons. For dual wielding, I get the Blood Craze update. Morph. Go towards the health recovery. Just a little added lifesteal. As a vampire, we really need the lifesteal. For any lifesteal we can get, we need it. It's very hard to heal while being a vampire, just because of the health regen debuff. And that's one of my main DPS skills as a dual sword. I mainly use that. Flurry. I don't know. I don't think you need this, to be honest. I grabbed it the other day just to see what it was like while I was PvEing, because some mobs obviously don't take bleed damage. So I was like, yeah, we'll see if this does more DPS on them, and I didn't see it. I didn't see the extra DPS, so Steel Tornado, it's just your AoE. It's not very strong. I mean, Nightblade, we don't have the best AoE, but it's an AoE all the same. So I'll go towards the morph of longer range. So, you know, in PvP, I do some special shit with that. Just go into a big group, pop that, and pop Bat Swarm, and do a lot of damage to everyone around you. Grab all the passives. Just a side note, the passives with a dagger apparently don't work as well, so that's why I'm using dual one-handed swords, or I would be using daggers. Alright, for the bow, got the Venom Arrow. This is one of your main solo target DPSs. I mean, you can choose either use this or Bombard whenever. It just depends on the situation. I mean, I've hit so many people with Bombard, and I'm telling you, it doesn't do shit for PvP. In my opinion, I've not really gotten much out of it. So I've switched it up with Venom Arrow for PvP to get the added DPS. Switching off with these two, it works pretty well. I go for the morph of interrupting a spell with this. Extra CC for the bow, really good. Magnum Shot, you can switch the build around for this, but I don't know. I see just better stuff than this. I mean, it's good. It's really good. It has damage and, you know, knocks you back, but there's better stuff. Bombard, it goes for the Immobilize. I mean, I morph it for the Immobilize. It's good for PvE, that's for sure. I mean, AoE, CC out the ass, like, holy crap, CC. Like, if you get it in a sticky situation, hit a fucking group of mobs, and you're gone. Really good. And grab all the passives. Now, some people might say, why don't you have Snipe? I don't know. I don't like getting stuck in a skill in PvP or PvE. It does a lot of damage, of course, but I don't know. It's not for me. So let's go to the armor. I am a medium armor assassin-like character, of course, for the crits. Don't worry about evasion right now. Evasion is something I'm working on like, it's something I'm gonna test out later on. I'm just leveling it up for now. You don't need this. All the passives, of course. You freaking crit, stamina regen, detection, yeah, everything. You need it all. Alright, vampire. Of course you need the ult. Oh my god, so good. I morph the ult into the health regen because it's just godly. Like, get jumped by a bunch of people and you pop this, you're relatively undamageable. I mean, your health is just going to constantly get healed the more people that are attacking you. And then it's really good lifesaver in PvE as well. You just pop that and get healed by a lot. Invigorating Drain. I wouldn't really use this for PvP just because a lot of people seem to use it. I don't know, I've used it a couple of times and I could never get the skill to go off because someone's already been drained, and then I get fucked over because I'm trying to use a skill and it's not working. But I go towards the gain more ultimate just for PvE purposes. I like to have my Bat Swarm up at all times, so getting that's really good. Elusive Mist is so good. Oh my god. I morph it for the movement speed, and I hope everyone would do that, because this is like your main escape as a vampire. Like, you really can't be targeted, and you take 75% reduced damage, so it's a very, very good escape. Very good. And catch up. I mean, you catch up to people with this too. You know, there's many ways you can do it with that. I get all the passives but this because as a vampire, I play as a stage 4 vampire. I like the reduction of mana cost. It's very, very good. So there's really no point in having that, but everything else, get it. Especially Darkstalker. Oh my god. Without this, you are not a vampire. That extra movement speed while stealthing is so good. Alright. I only use this skill for Mage's Guild. I don't use anything in Fighter's Guild. Well, I mean, I don't use this, but I have it. I don't know. I haven't gotten really much into that, so I won't explain any of that. I use this for more CC as an archer. It's pretty good. I go for the knock them in the air and stun them for 3 seconds. It's pretty good. I mean, pop that in front of you, and if someone hits that, boom, stunned for 3 seconds. It's very good for escaping or just CCing all around. Racial. I'm a wood elf, so I get the stealthiness, the resistance, all the good stuff. Get all that, and that's all the skills for now. Guess I should tell you about my skill bar. Alright, for PvP, this is what I do for PvP with a bow. I have the Swallow Soul, Venom Arrow, Siphoning Attacks, Elusive Mist, and Volcanic Rune. Now, in a PvP situation, what I would do with this build, usually I'd be stealth, obviously, because I'm a stealth character. Charge the bow fully and get an attack off with that. After that attack, I'm going to want to hit it with this to get the regen going, and then I'm going to hit it with this. Now what you could do with this, there's a pretty nice combo. You're going to want to hit it with this, press the attack just to get an auto attack off, and then pop a Venom Arrow. And then just keep doing that rotation. Just skill, auto attack, skill, auto attack. You will get some pretty nice DPS with a bow if you do that. And you shouldn't have any problem whatsoever running out of mana or magic or whatever and stamina. No problem if you have that. Elusive Mist, just escape, catching up, whatever. Volcanic Rune, just some CC and PvP. It's pretty useful. Just for ultimate recharge with this skill, there's really no other point to it at the moment. There's options for it. Of course, you can change this up with, you know, Consuming Darkness is what I use. If you have like people with you, helps everybody out. You can get this as well. If you get jumped, you can just pop that, stuns everyone. You can escape with that. It's pretty. I mean, it's pretty good. I just use this. I might switch it up. I might. Alright, let's go towards the PvE. What I would do is switch this, unless I'm solo targeting a boss, of course, but mainly I'm going to be using this because in veteran content there's a lot of mobs, so I'm going to switch it with that, and then I'm going to have that. So there's really no big difference. I mean, just pretty much switch that. Alright, let's go towards the dual wielding. So this is what I use in PvP. This is my PvP skill bar for dual wielding. Get the Blood Craze, Elusive Mist, Siphoning Attacks, Dark Cloak, and Surprise Attack. I need to change that real fast. I don't use that unless I'm using a certain set, which I'll get into later. I use that. That's just a lifesaver. Saved me so many times, and just a nuisance all around. Alright, so we got the Blood Craze, Elusive Mist, Siphoning Attack, Dark Cloak, Surprise Attack. There's a combo with the Blood Craze. Alright, what you're going to do is you're going to want to start out with, oh, no. In PvP, you always want to be hidden, right? When I'm stealth, I'll always go in like this, and you want to pop the cloak, because when you pop that cloak and use surprise attack, you get off extra damage. So go in, surprise attack, and you will stun them, reduce their armor, and hit a very high crit if you go crit build, which is what I am. So that's how you initiate. Then after you initiate, you want to Blood Craze and you want to auto attack. Once you get really good at this, you can Blood Craze, auto attack, cancel the auto attack animation, and then Blood Craze again. This will give you added DPS, which can literally like make a difference in killing or being killed in PvP. Elusive Mist, for obvious reasons. Just escape, catching up to people, blah blah blah. It's really simple. And then there's PvE. Alright. And alright, up to 1 to 3 people, I will use this build right here. I always use Invigorating Drain. Now, what I do is I go in stealth, pop this, stun the first mob, get a nice 1500 crit off, and then DPS him down, right? And then after I kill the first mob, I'm going to Dark Cloak, stun him, and then do this. I'm going to Blood Craze combo on him. After that, he's going to have maybe 25-30% health left. I'm going to want to Invigorating Drain after the stun's off. You cannot Invigorating Drain when they're stunned, so do as much DPS while they're stunned. Of course, you're going to be getting hit by another person, so this is why you always want to drain when. You need to drain to get that regen going, or you will get destroyed in PvE. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. And then you just take out. So this is what I use for 1 to 3 mobs. 4+ mobs, I will switch up my build a bit. Not much, but I will get Steel Tornado on, and if they're mobs that this is what I use against like a huge group of mobs. You just go in Steel Tornado. Usually I will gain enough ultimate to pop this to save my life or something. We're not very good at AoEing, but if you need to AoE, this is what I'd use. Now, there is certain situations when you're bossing and they can't be life-stealed or stunned. In those situations, it's very hard to be able to take them out. It's very hard. Usually what you need to do is just burst them down as much as possible like this. I mean, with this skill. And when you see them about to attack, Dark Cloak as quick as possible to cancel their animation, and usually it will like animation bug them for maybe 1-2 seconds, and then you can, you know, do some DPS while they're doing that or whatever, and then you want to pop this every time. Usually you don't want Invigorating Drain until you're low or they're low. So save this, do not initiate, do not waste this. This is one of your lifesavers. Alright, now if you're fighting a boss that cannot be drained, this is what you want to do. You want to put Strife on, or Swallow Soul. This will give you lifesteal, like an incredible amount. This can actually save your life, so you want that. Now, if it's a boss that summons minions and you're getting overwhelmed, you just want to switch Blood Craze with Steel Tornado, and you're going to want to just AoE, pop this on as many mobs as you can, get that lifesteal going, and just Dark Cloak and as much as possible as well. Just, you know, cancel their animations and shit. And that's pretty much all I do for PvE. Let's go towards the gear that I use. I have many options on gear, and I promise you this is not my final in-game gear build. I do have plans on 6 to 8 trait builds going, but obviously I don't think anyone has 8 trait armor researched yet. So right now I'm running the Magnus Gift and Torag's packed set with the Magicka glyphs on all my armor, and the enchantment, I think those are enchantments, aren't they? I don't know. The Divinism, Reinforce, all that, those stats. Those are obviously just fillers right now. I don't have everything I want researched. I kind of messed that up. I should have done it earlier, but right now they're just fillers. You're usually going to either want Infuse or Divinis if you're going Assassin. Oh, and your boon you want is the Shadow. You want that crit damage. You don't really need the crit strike. So yeah, Magnus Gift and Thorax is what I'm using right now. On the weapons, you want the flame glyphs. And I don't know if the others are useful or not, to be honest, as much as flame, just for PvP purposes. because there's so many vampires, and it's going to give you added damage against them. So I'll just use flame. It's the best to use, in my opinion. So Magnus Gift, 5% chance to negate the cost of a spell. That can make or break you and save you in so many situations. Like shadow cloaking, and that just negating the cost of shadow cloak, that's game changing right there. That can save you. Oh my god, it's very good. And Torug's, as of right now, that's just a filler. I do plan on switching this out later, but it's a pretty good filler. I mean, 100 armor, and then reduces the weapon enchant's internal cooldown by 1 second. Now, some people don't know what that is, so what that is your flame damage. I believe it's on a cooldown. Like, you can only like hit people with the flame damage every certain amount of seconds. I don't know what the amount of seconds is, so don't hold me on that. So this is what I'm using right now. Jewel wise, these are just fillers. I really don't have anything better than these two, because I sometimes switch with the Warlock set. I can't figure out what's better, Magnus Gift or that yet. I don't know. I have a lot of work to do on my build, but this is what I'm using right now. And obviously, if you're a vampire, you really want the flame resistance. It decreases the 50% reduction that you got to 25%. Well, not reduction, but weakness, whatever. And I try to focus on magicka recovery on these. Just everything in this build requires magicka, so you're gonna want as much magicka as possible. Alright, so I have some other builds or sets that I like. The Night Silence set, and it's very much of a what would you call it? I don't know. You're not gonna want this for in-game. It's mainly just for you don't have anything else, so you need something. Grab that. That'll negate some of your vampire health regen reduction. So it's alright. It's decent. It's not recommended, but if you need something, and that's something you can grab. More Torugs. Let's see. Warlock set. I use this sometimes, and it's good. It's very decent. I've been saved so many times by my mana just. Without, what the hell? Yeah, it's very good. It's a very good set. Consider it in your build if you want. You can use this if you like. It's decent. Shadow set. I haven't really tested this much right now, but it seems it has potential, but I don't know. It gives stamina for the glyph, and it gives well fitted, which, in my opinion, isn't really decent for my build. I don't know. I mean, you can work with this if you want. I will show you how to get these in a second, but I mean, if you pop this, alright, say you got this on, the set, right? And you go to Assassination, and you're using this. This only requires 50 ultimates, so in a way you could kind of be spamming that 14-second cooldown. Whenever it's off, you just pop that, and then you're getting extra health. It's good, but I don't know if it's going to be viable for PvP or PvE, because I don't think the fights last that long. Especially in PvP, shit. It's 5 to 10 seconds of a fight, and any longer than that, and it's probably a huge fight, and everyone's running around. And which doesn't happen much. It's either you're getting chased, or I mean, you're getting in a fight, or everyone's dead. I mean, fights don't last that long. As of right now, it's kind of all these sets I've been using. I've been using Ashen Grip, which in most of my PvP, actually every PvP video I have, I will blow flames out my mouth. It's a good, I mean, it's not, I don't know if it's good. It's decent of a set bonus. It does, it has a 10% chance of blowing flames and doing flame damage when you're using melee. It's good. It can set off a burn effect on the enemy, I believe, which does up to like 200 damage or so. But I believe it cancels my combo, which I don't like too much. So, and I believe there's like better sets out there than that, just that are more, or can be more utilized or so, or whatever. And that's pretty much it. So for future builds, what I'm wanting to do is once I get around 6 trades, 8 trades, I'm going to go for the crit set. I don't remember what it's called, but if you want to search it on Tamriel Foundry, their crafting thing, they have a little crafting table that shows all the set bonuses and stuff. So if you go there, you can see there's a set that gives 20% reduction to armor whenever you crit for like 5 seconds. Very, very, very good if you're assassin and crit build. Just with a surprise attack and then you crit, that's 60% armor reduction. Hit a tank with that and they ain't no tank anymore, pretty much. So it's pretty good. Some people say, oh, you need more survivability. I don't know, I kinda like it. We'll see. I haven't gotten there yet. And then for one of my very, very end game sets, there's an 8 trade set that I'm looking at that I am very, very, very much going to use. It's an 8 trait set. It gives 46 magicka and gives 20% dodge chance whenever you pop a magicka skill. Does it have a cooldown? I don't remember. I don't really remember the set, but you can search it up if you like. 20% dodge whenever you pop a magical skill is pretty good, and I'm going to be combining that with my evasion skill later on to try to get the dodge chance as much as possible. And I'm going to be working with that build to see if it's really good. It might be viable, I don't know, but we'll see. I do plan on trying that out. That's for future references. I'm not close to 8 traits. That's like another month or so. Anyways, I think that's it. I mean, I haven't gone into food or pots or anything because I don't even know what to use for pots. I haven't even provisioned or alchemied yet. You can use those on your own preference or whatever. I haven't gotten into that. I'm sorry. Maybe the next time I make a build video I'll go into that. But that's about it for me. Thank you for watching. Hope this helps you out.